What's up, guys? This is Ninja on a Ninja. Basically, I watched a video. I should start my videos like this. What's up, guys? Ninja on a Ninja, and that whole shit. But anyways, I have a video for you today. Um, Basically, it's a debate. Um, and I want to prove that this host is stupid and that his I don't know what to call it. I guess ability or something to beat them, or beat his opponents in a debate is only because the people that are in the debate are also stupid, and they're actually way stupider than him. And the whole thing is dumb. It's a whole waste of time. It's literally going backwards, and that's why I'm calling it out. Basically, if it's good, go for it. But if it's not good, stop it. That's how I operate. That's how I roll, right? People call it hatred. That's not hate. There's no emotions here. It's red, white, and blue. I operate in the white. I operate in the leadership scenario. Something you kids don't understand because America has ripped that fundamental core out of you, right? But I was stubborn and I held on to it, right? I was 7 years old when I first fought with the teacher who tried to take that away from me, okay? And she did not. All the way until I was in high school, and it took a lady named Taz to talk me into it. She's like, "So, what's your plan?" Basically, and I was like, "Well, I just want to live my life. I just want to go out there and be me and just do what I do." She's like, "Okay, don't you think you should graduate?" I'm like, "No, because math is so stupid. I don't agree." She's like, "Is that why you're not doing it?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, it's because it's dumb." And I explained to her why I thought it was dumb. She's like, "Well, okay, you might be right, and maybe I agree with you, but they just want to make sure you know how to do it and that you can." And she told me, basically, like, she connected some dots that made me more aware. Like, at one point, I needed to know all of the 50 states in America and where they are on a map in order to pass, right? In order to move on. And knowing that doesn't do anything for me. And she's like, it's basically the same thing with math. So I was like, okay, well, in that situation, I can, and so I did, and so I passed, right? So I graduated. I got a diploma and everything, but I didn't agree with math, and yeah, I had that mindset my whole life. So, anyways, my point is, I went against the system instead of bending the knee. All I did was walked up. I'm like, "You wanted it here," and then they're like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" He handled it. I walked away and like, "Hey, wait!" And they tried to use me. I'm like, "Fuck you," right? And I was out. But anyways, so now we get to this video. Oh, by the way, I do this because a stroke I had. I drool on the right side a little bit. So instead of which I do when I'm off camera, I do this so that you don't hear that because it's all loud. But yeah, anyways, boom. All right. What? Oh my god. The white. I think I'll go if I just yeah. Shut up, no one cares.
Hello, are you here to debate?
Hello.
Hello, are you here to debate?
Yes.
So, already there's a fuck up. Okay. Hello, are you here to debate? Boop. Watch. Listen. Hello, are you here to debate? Boop boop. The guy's not connected yet. You're talking to nobody, and then you wait for a response. And this, I remember, there was some kids, and there was this example, this test or this thing, and basically, what it would do is like you have a gray screen and like a darker gray, and the darker gray area would eventually turn green, and you push the button, and it tested your reaction speed, right? And then so we are doing that for a while. I'm like, this is dumb because I keep getting a low score, And like, why? I'm like, well, this because it'd make more sense if they put a sense of error in the way where you had to make sure you're not just actively randomly like an impulse, right? If you're doing it off of impulse, cool. But if it's the wrong impulse, then it's not cool. So a better test would be to put a yellow or like a softer green or something basically. And if you still push the button, it's bad then, basically. So all my friends are like, oh, because they just shut up because that made sense, right? And they didn't expect that, but um, that's an example basically because there are people that will have an impulse, but that doesn't make you smart. What makes you smart is if your impulse is accurate. That's what makes you smart. That's what makes you a good person, right? Because people can have an impulse. It doesn't matter, but if you make the correct impulse, that's what matters, anyways. Watch.
Hello, are you here to debate?
Boop boop. Hello, we're here to debate. Boop boop. Hey,
Hello.
and then hello. Like, thankfully, whoever he's talking to is more of an alpha there, more smart, or whatever, and just didn't sit around and wait for him to chime in. He said hello, right?
Hello, are you here to debate?
Yes.
All right. Can I get your name, age, and pronouns, please?
Cameron, 27, and male.
Your pronouns are male. You use neo
Yep,
pronouns?
male.
That's very progressive of you.
Yeah, I know. It's very progressive.
So you guys, male and what else? Like, how do I refer to you in the like male is the present tense? How to refer to you in the past tense?
He, him.
Oh, well, you said your pronouns were male.
Yeah, male, he, him.
So which one do you prefer in present tense? Male or he?
He,
Okay, and which one do you prefer in the past tense?
him,
And which one do you prefer in the future tense?
male.
So male in the future.
Yes.
So this is Cameron. Male will be going to the mall later. That make sense to you?
100%.
Okay, well, I figured. Cameron, what are you here to talk about?
So basically, this is a common trope that people like to do, for math and such. I created a field of study, and you aren't aware of the field I created, and so I'm going to act like I'm better than you because you're not popular or not smart in my field. Nobody would ever be smart if that was the case. I invented a field just now, and you're stupid because you don't know it. Like, that doesn't work, right? You have to agree to the he, him, them terms and bullshit in order for it to work. Again, that was something they would do in school, basically, and they would make it. They try to exploit your ignorance or exploit your insecurity into to siding with them. And this is why people are like, I'm afraid of my kid going to school because they're influenced and blah blah blah, because it does happen. That is an example of it. There you go.
Or, and I pray you have more intelligence about it than the.
And it's not intelligence, and that's educational, right? There's a difference between intelligence and education. This guy is a dumbass. I would never follow him already. Just out the gate, no, but I stopped at 5 minutes, so that's what we'll go to.
Pronoun conversation we just had.
Yeah, no, I'm here to talk about how you think that gender affirming care is actually something that's necessary.
Okay.
Yeah, especially with children, where children do not have the cognitive ability to be able to make rational decisions about their own lives, hence why they can't smoke, they can't vote, they can't go into the military, they can't gamble, they can't do anything that an adult would do, but you're going to allow them to change their lives for the rest of their lives and not be able to reverse it on what basis?
Hey, answer me this question. What's the drinking age in like Germany?
I'm assuming it's somewhere around 14 to 16.
Oh, but you said children can't drink.
No, I'm speaking solely about America, where the legal
Wait,
drinking age is
oh,
21.
okay. So you're just telling me it's about the law, not about whether they have the ability to, like a cognitive ability. It's just
All he's doing is dividing it. That's all he's doing. like, oh, you made a point. Well, I can't find your error, so if I split it, now I made a point, and now I made a point of contention because I split it. I made a contention point. Now we're talking about this contention point, and they just keep splitting it until you get Karens basically like, fuck you shouldn't do that. But yeah.
It's about like a legal distinction, because you said it was about
So
about more than that. So is it not?
Legally, they do it because they shouldn't. Not because they just do it just because. He's a dumbass and doesn't know that. He doesn't realize that they created that law to protect children, basically, right? That's what they're talking about. But he again is splitting it, divided they fall. Oh, I thought you were talking about morally. They can't do it. Oh, I thought they just couldn't do it. He's changing it away from. We're getting further from the fact and just splitting off into nothingness because that's where he wants to drag it. Don't argue with stupid people. They will drag you down with experience and beat you with it.
so then why are you living in America? Why aren't you living in Germany?
I was born in America. I wasn't born in Germany. What is
Okay,
that?
but why are you bringing up German law?
What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Your claim was the reason we don't allow kids to do these things is because of some sort of cognitive thing. But there
He
are.
never said cognitive thing. I mean, even then, I don't think he did. I don't think he did, but let's just say he did. That has nothing to do with the child's cognitive, or it does. But what I mean is, people are making a discussion about the child's thing. We're talking about the people's discussions and people's decision, not the child's input. He's making it seem like we're talking about the child's input. We're not. We're talking about the child. We're not talking about literally the child. We're talking about it. Like, should we let kids drink? We're not going, hey, kid, should we let you drink? That's not what we're doing, you fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? Anyways,
Are places where kids are allowed to do this. So it's actually just a legal reason we don't allow kids to do this.
I wonder why it's a legal reason.
Okay, but do you think that you would give your child?
And again, that okay, but that's because the guy he's talking to doesn't know enough to have this discussion, and so he should shut the fuck up, basically, and let people who are alphas actually who do know this stuff speak. Basically, see how that works. And that's why Charlie Kirk and all them go to high school and such, because there's kids that think they know, but that's where they're there because they're learning. And he goes and finds these kids that don't agree, that think wrong, and admittedly, you may be right, you may be wrong, or whatever. There is some conflict here. There's a division here. Somebody doesn't know enough to have this discussion, but we're having it anyway. Again, it's just division. That's all it is. Division to make you fight.
Child alcohol or cigarettes at the age of 14 or 16?
I'd probably let my kid drink at 16 if I know they're gonna go out and drink anyway. I'd probably let them have like a beer at home. Yeah.
Right.
I wouldn't make it like a regular
but not
thing.
at 14.
14, probably not. But wait.
Okay,
But see, I know it says probably not. And he's like, wait. And he keeps fucking with his nose because he's hella high off of opiates. Right. But anyways, so he admitted here.
not at 14.
I'd probably let them have like a beer at home. Yeah. I wouldn't make it like a
okay,
regular
but not
thing.
at 14.
14, probably not.
And that's basically, he just admitted at that point that the caller is correct. Basically, we are making a decision for the kid. The kid's input doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the kid feels or what the kid thinks. We are making a decision for the kid. That's what we're talking about here. But again, he keeps splitting hairs. Like, oh, what you said. No. Stop being stupid and splitting hairs, basically, right?
But wait.
Okay,
but
because
hold
they
on.
don't have
If
the
I
cognitive ability
just real quick,
to make
just real
that
quick.
decision.
Wait, just real quick. If
See.
I, as a parent, allow my child to do this, are you okay with that?
No, I'm not okay with it
No.
because I don't think
Why?
that they have the cognitive ability. Just like you wouldn't give a 13-year-old coffee, hence as it stunts their growth. Just like you wouldn't give a 13-year-old puberty blockers, like you're implying that we should do.
Okay, so answer me a question. You think if a parent gives their child like alcohol at like 16, 17, whatever the age may be, you're against this. You think a parent shouldn't do this?
Yes. I think that you should go by the law in your country to a certain extent. Yes.
What is the certain extent?
See, what he's doing is he's looking around for spelling errors or undotted I's or uncrossed T's because he doesn't have anything on his own. So, and he can't fight the facts. He has to um, basically pass the ball as much as he can to avoid confrontation until he finds, like, if you watch, I'm gonna play it right now. I'll play it right now because I think it's pretty fucking hilarious. But also, I want you to get it. Let's see. Here we go. Perfect.
Never address how women argue.
I can't show it to you, so. But yeah.
Which I think is never address how women argue, which I think is a core of a lot of that shit. You know, and I gotta tell you something, man. Like, I never knew how women argued, but after 20 years of losing every significant battle in a relationship, I finally figured out how they argued. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm starting to turn this franchise around. I have begun a winning tradition.
He's finally figured it out. Good job.
This is how they argue, as far as I can tell. All right? If they're right, they argue the point. And they stay on point and make sure you stay on point until you're down on your knees, apologizing, begging for forgiveness. All right? No problem with that. Totally respect it. But here's the thing. If they're wrong, they go rogue. They go off-road. They start thinking of shit you're sensitive about. Maybe you don't get along with your dad. And in their head, they just start concocting this evil statement. Totally designed, this desperate Hail Mary attempt to make you so fucking mad, you just call them a cunt. That's what it is. And cunt trumps all the bullshit they did to start the argument. Now it's not about that. Well, that's no reason to call me a cunt. And then that's it. You're in this room now, right?
And that's basically it. That's basically it. That's what he's doing. He's looking for the reason to be mad. He's looking for the excuse to be right. Because he's wrong. So he's looking for you to fuck up so that he can take it. Throw the Hail Mary attempt to, and then be, oh, but you said this. It's like that has nothing to do with it. That's what he's doing. Because he lost. And he knows that. Anyways.
Well,
and the problem is the person he's talking to is too stupid to call him on it. And that's the reason why I'm chiming in. Is because I'm making it clear and very apparent. So that you can see that. And so that this guy is called out on it at some point because he's feeling too good on life when he shouldn't be feeling too good on life because he's a dumbass that what the fuck he's talking about.
The law says that.
And I know because I've had people all my life call me out on bullshit and they were wrong. So anyways.
21 you can drink, then yeah, at 21 they should be able to drink.
So
but
people who
again, I don't think that 21 is the age that a person should drink. I think it should be 18 because that's when you're able to sign up for the military, all of those things. I think at 18 that is the choice where you should be able to make whatever decision you want to make.
Sure. What is the functioning difference between your brain at 16 and your brain at 18? Like, what is the actual change in your brain that makes it so that you are now better able to make cognitive decisions between 16 and 18?
Again, that's more of an educational thing because he's asking you to spell the word and you need to know how to spell the word. But everybody can logically get there and see it at some point. You realize this is why they charge more to kids for insurance. This is why they allow kids to sign up for the military and to do things and take advantage of them. And the only reason why the legal drinking age is 21 is because people spoke and the law listened. That's why. Once upon a time, the legal drinking age was 18. Once upon a time. And now the military rule needs to change as well because there's a lot of kids that went to the military that regret going to the military. Like, I wish I was older and I wish I knew more because I don't want to be here right now. A lot of kids experience that, and that's why they have it the way they have it, because they know that if people had that reason, whatever it is, that cognitive reasoning to just think a little more on it, they wouldn't go. And they need people to fucking exploit and take advantage of, and that's what it is. So let's continue.
You don't think that you were a different person
I
at
didn't
the
ask
age of
what I
16
didn't ask
than
you
you
what
were
I
at
think.
the age
I
of
didn't
18?
ask you what I think. I asked you to tell me the cognitive thing that changes within your brain.
That's what it is. He's asking you, did you change? That's what it is. But again, they're not connecting the dots here, so.
That's what I asked you. I didn't ask what I think. I asked you to actually articulate your stance.
Right. Spell it out so that way I can call you out if you misspell it and change it to something else. Hail Mary attempt. Right.
Okay, so then the real age should be
And the guy's like, okay, I'll play along. I'll be dumb. I was stupid and acknowledge it because I don't know.
25 because nobody's brain is fully mature until the age of 25.
Incorrect. What happens at 25 is your brain preens off neurons it's no longer using. Your brain is always maturing and it's always developing. At 25 specifically, it's a common misnomer of people that go, your brain is fully developed at 25. That's not what happens. It just preens off unused neurons. So I'm
Right. And thus, if that is the case, I don't know what he's talking about. I'd never heard that before. That's the first time I've gone this far. But if that is the case, then my example is true, and it's better to be a jack of all trades because then my body has use for all of the neurons and not just the one specific way to go. Like I'm not focused on that one thing. I'm focused on 10 different things. And so my body kept all of its fucking neurons instead. Whereas people who specialize, you only have the one set of neurons. And that's it. I have all of them. So I don't know.
going to ask the question that I asked you again and hopefully get an answer this time. What is the functional thing that happens in the development of the brain?
He's wrong. Again, if what he said wasn't true, the other guy, if he said wasn't true, then teenagers wouldn't get charged for insurance. And it's just all it is dumbass versus dumbass clash, and then it's just them creating content, and then the rich coming in saying, okay, I could use that and that and that, and they go and start paying off the subscribers or getting those ideas from their resources and passing them out to their people, their commentators or their influencers or whatever. Talk about this, how about this, get it spread around, and next thing you know, everyone's talking about it, and now the government's like, hey, everyone's talking about it, we should do this, and then they have a vote on it, everyone votes for it, and then they take your rights away. That's all it is. But yeah, and again, he's enabling it. So yeah, I'm not gonna watch all this because fuck you and your brain rotten bullshit. So there you go. That's it. Peace out. I'm out. Don't watch this faggot. He's a loser. And if you're following him, come follow me. I would know way more than this fucking clown does. But anyways, I'm out of here. And the only reason why I look like him is because I had a stroke. What's your excuse, fat ass? Anyways, peace.